The Padres had 2 hits tonight, 2 hits offensively, 2, and they still found a way to beat and shut out the Oakland A's and win this series at home with Michael King on the mound going for the sweep tomorrow. Look, this isn't lucky baseball. This is championship baseball. The bullpen was lights out tonight. Lucas Giolito battled throughout his second start and first home start as a Padre. Don't know how he escaped the great Houdini at this point, Giolito, but man, 2 in a row after losing the last 2 against the Dodgers, and the Padres right there again at the top of the NL West. This is your Padres Postcast, and it starts right now.
This is the Padres Postcast, your instant game reaction for the San Diego Padres. Part of the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day.
All right, Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease. You see it over there. Giolito with the battle. Giolito with the battle tonight. Man, did he escape a lot of trouble. The Padres did nothing offensively, and wait until you hear the amount of nothing they did. The bullpen, incredible with Estrada, with Morejon, and then with Adam and Miller. At the end, they win ugly. This is what championship teams do. And they have one of the hottest, if not the hottest starter in baseball on the mound tomorrow at 1:10, going for the sweep in reporter's clock, producer's jock. They want to be down with the King. Everybody wants to be down with Michael King right now. The Pods need to score more runs. They won the opener against the Dodgers 1-0. They win this one 2-0 after scoring 7 one night ago, but they got it done tonight. And, man, the incredibly bad luck run of JT Ginn continues for the Oakland A's. What do you say we kick it into high gear with your postcast? Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, at @JimGrease_ on social media.
This is what you'll be talking about.
2-0. The Pods go to 31-20, still a half game behind the Dodgers, who won tonight. Oakland now 26-26 at 500. At 500 tonight, 2 hits, 10 strikeouts, 0 for 5 with runners in scoring position, and they leave 9 men on base. The Padres tonight, again, 2 runs on 2 hits. The A's, no runs on 5 hits, and the Padres scored early in this game. I'm talking about they got a run of the second and a run of the third. I will tell you how. Un momento, por favor, but a really nice night for the Padres pitching staff. 9 innings, 5 hits, 6 walks, 7 strikeouts for the Pods tonight. It wasn't pretty baseball. It was survival baseball. They manufactured runs. They took walks. They played elite defense, and they trusted the bullpen. Now, Giolito with a nice start tonight. Lucas Giolito, 5 innings, 4 hits, 5 walks, 2 strikeouts on 86 pitches. When I say a nice start, I don't mean pretty. When I say a nice start, I mean effective, because no runs cross the dish, which is what you're looking for, right? Constant traffic, didn't have dominant stuff. Fastball command was inconsistent. Didn't really get the velocity jump that we thought we'd get this time out, but he still found his outs, trusted his defense, and they made play after play behind him tonight. Escaped in the first inning. More on that in a minute. Double play ball in the third. 8 men left on base overall for the A's. Lucas Giolito living on the edge. You can't help yourself from fall, but he didn't fall. He was on the edge all night long. Defense saved this game. 3 double plays, and Oakland stranding 8 runners, 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Ty France involved in 2 of those double plays. I see London. I see France also drove in a run tonight. And Song in France to Song to France. They made a big-time double play tonight. They were just as important defensively as the pitching was. Fernando 0 for 2. He was hit by a pitch with the bases loaded. Ty France drove in a run as well. So interesting game played by the Padres tonight. But look, you get a win in a game like this, and you take it, because 162 game season, right? So 1 in the second, 1 in the third for the Pods, 2-2 and none for them, none 5 and none for the Athletics. Giolito, 5 innings to get the win. He's 2-2 as a Padre. Look, he's better than Marquez. He's better than Canning. He's better than, good Lord, do I keep going? Bueller's kind of turned it around a little bit, but Marquez and Canning and the Waldron Cauldron, forget about it, right? The ass end, as my dad used to call it, the back end of the rotation has not been good. But Fernando hit by a pitch, scoring Jackson Merrill, who doubled in his return, by the way. First game back since tweaking whatever he tweaked, trying to rob Ohtani of the homer in the series finale against the Dodgers on Wednesday night. Then I see London. I see France grounded out to short. A hit by pitch with the bases loaded and an RBI ground out is what the Padres got offensively tonight. So there. And you get that win. I mean, Lucas Giolito and 4 relievers, and we will talk about those relievers because, oh, man, Estrada closed it out tonight, looked real good tonight. Morejon, another scoreless inning, and then Adams strikes out the side, and then Miller strikes out 2 out of 3 in the 9th. And so great job by the Padres this evening to get this W. Giolito has won both starts for the Padres since signing his 1-year deal in April. And, man, they just did a good job with this bullpen. And, you know, Jackson doubled, walked, and scored a run first game back. And I told you, little craziness tonight with Michael King, 4-2, 2.31, going for the sweep tomorrow night for the Padres. And they've been it's been one of those magical seasons, right? One of those magical seasons. All right, before we hit the break, let's talk a little bit about the trouble Giolito found himself in tonight. Top of the first inning, it started right away, and you're going, oh, no, here we go on an amusement park ride. It's that time of year, isn't it, right? The kid's just about out of school. Cortez singles to right. Kurtz singles to right. Cortez goes to third, and then he gets Langoliers, Rooker, and Soderstrom. Fly out, strike out. Fly out huge with 2 on and nobody out for Giolito to get out of that. Then in the bottom of the first, Fernando walks, and then with 2 outs, Manny walks, and then Castellanos strikes out swinging after Sheets did as well. So Padres threatened in the first, also couldn't get anything across against Ginn, but look at the bottom of the second inning. And again, Giolito in the top of the second. Freddie Fermin challenges the 3rd strike call on Geloff, and he gets the call, and Fermin's been good with the challenges. And then a 2-out walk to McNeil goes for naught. Bottom of the second for the Pods. Jackson Merrill walks. Freddie Fermin walks first and second, nobody out. Song walks, bases loaded. Fernando hit by a pitch. Okay, it's 1-0 Padres. They still don't have a hit in the inning, but it's 1-0 Padres. And, you know, guess what happens there? It's 1-0 Padres, and you're like, bases are still loaded. You know what I'm saying? Bases are still loaded. Let's get some more runs. But then Andujar grounds into a fielder's choice, and Sheets flies out to left. So no more damage done in that inning. It's still 1-0. Then top of the third, Cortez with a walk, and then a double play. Giolito's best friend, right? And then in the bottom of the third, the second and final run of the game scored when IC London, IC France grounds out to short, scoring Castellanos, who had walked and gone to third on a Merrill double. Fermin walks, but then Song grounds out. End of the thread. How about the 4th for Lucas Giolito? He'll lead off walk to Rooker and then a walk to Soderstrom, and the pitch was overturned. It was a challenge by the A's. And then he gets a pop out. Then he walks Bullpen after advancing the runners on a wild pitch, and then he gets McNeil to hit into a double play. All night long for Giolito. Lionel Richie, all night long. Leadoff single in the 5th inning, lines into a double play all night long. All night long, and then just boom, zeros. The Padres had a little bit of a chance in the 7th, but not really. A 2-out single from Sheets, and, you know, the main guys in the lineup still not doing much. But how about when the bullpen comes in for the Padres, right? The 6th inning, for the A's, Estrada, a 2-out walk. That was it. You got a fly out, a ground out, and a foul out to the catcher. 7th inning, Morejon, ground out, line out, foul out. 8th inning, Adams, strikeout, double, strikeout. Langoliers with the double in between Kurtz and Rooker and Soderstrom. And then in the 9th, Mason Miller, Geloff, Bullpen. And then McNeil grounds out to first, ending the game right then and there. This is your Padres Postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network. Your team every day. The #1 sports podcast network in El Mundo is the Locked On Podcast Network. I'm Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease. 2-0 tonight. A win is a win. Dodgers 1-2. You're still a half game out, but you're going for the sweep with Michael King on the mound tomorrow. And how good has Michael King been great lately? Greatness from the King, and we expect to see more of that tomorrow. But how great is that when you're looking at a sweep here with Michael King on the mound? A sweep would be nice, right? Maybe you end up in first. The Phillies coming in for 3 games starting on Monday. Tomorrow it's at 1:10. We'll be here right after the game with your postcast. Don't forget, day in, day out, it's Javi Reyes with your Locked On Padres podcast, wherever you're seeing or hearing me right now. But after the games, live on YouTube, then we upload, you download Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean, wherever you get your audio version, and then you're down with OTT. Yeah, you know me, over the top television with the Roku, ROKU. We are everywhere with your Padres Postcast. I'm Jim Greasehaber. Call me Grease at Jim Grease _. Stick around for the rest. We still have the player of the game, the X Factor, who fudged up tonight. And the Padres, without much in the way of offense at all, a hit by pitch with the bases loaded, an RBI ground out. That's all they needed for the luckiest guy in the world, Lucas Giolito, and at least the luckiest guy in San Diego. And then Estrada and Morejon and Adam and Miller. That's the script for the Padres with the bullpen dominating. We will keep it going on the other side. A couple of words from our incredible sponsors, and we roll on with your postcast. Indeed, workplace chaos, deadlines stacking up, inbox overflowing, and the one position you have to fill still sitting open. When the pressure's on and you need the right hire, this is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs, helping you reach the people who actually fit what you're looking for: skills, experience, location. So you're not just hoping the right candidate stumbles across your post. You stack the deck with Indeed sponsored jobs. And here's a stat that says it all. If nothing else does, you ought to know from this. In the minute I've been talking to you, companies like yours made 27 hires on Indeed. That's 27. That's the number of outs in a baseball game, according to Indeed data worldwide. So if you're hiring, spend less time searching, more time interviewing candidates who check all your boxes with Indeed sponsored job. That's less stress, less time, more results. When you need the right person to cut through the chaos, this is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs. And listeners, viewers of this show, right now you get a $75 sponsored job credit to help get your job the premium status it deserves at Indeed.com/podcast. Just go to Indeed.com/podcast right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on Locked On Padres. Indeed.com/podcast. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? This is a job for Indeed sponsored jobs. ED is way more common than most guys think. Most of the people who deal with it, millions, as a matter of fact, deal with it at some point, and that's exactly why HIMS offers a straightforward way to handle it. HIMS, HIMS, connects you with a licensed healthcare provider online, giving you many options, actually, to legitimate ED treatment from the comfort of your home. No awkward appointments, no pharmacy lines, just a straightforward process that makes it easier to take care of yourself. The whole process, simple. Complete a quick online intake, provider reviews your information. If the treatment's right for you, it ships directly to your door in discreet packaging, which makes the whole experience feel private, stress-free, very important, right? They also offer options like sildenafil, the generic for Viagra, at a fraction of the cost, plus other treatments so you can find what works best for you. It's straightforward, transparent, designed to make getting care feel easily so. To get simple online access to personalized, affordable care for ED, hair loss, weight loss, and more, visit hims.com/lockedonmlb. That's hims.com/lockedonmlb for your free online visit. hims.com/lockedonmlb. Prescription required. See website for details and important safety information. Sildenafil is the generic version of Viagra. Viagra is a registered trademark of Viatris Specialty LLC. HIMS is not affiliated with or endorsed by Viatris. You know what's coming now. Get your daily Locked On Padres coverage completely ad-free by joining the Everydayer Club today. Start your 7-day free trial right now and get closer to your team, Padres, without the interruptions. Click the link in the show notes or go to lockedonpadres.supercast.com to join the Everydayer Club with Javi Reyes and me, Locked On Padres, Padres Postcast on the Locked On Podcast Network, your team every day. All right, what a win for the Padres. What's up, Rama Murdy in the chat? Got to say hi to my person in there, Rama Murdy. Hopefully the next time we get 6 walks in the first 2 innings, we win 7-0. Well, hey, I'd rather win 2-0 than lose 7-6 or 8-7 or 10-9. You know what I'm saying, Rama? And you know what's cool about this, man? Jim Greasehaber, call me Grease, YouTube, then the audios, and of course Roku with your postcast. 2-0 Padres, 2-0 in the series. Still a half game behind the Dodgers. 2 wins in a row after losing the last 2, following the 1-0 win in the opener against LA. So they're right where they were at the end of game 1 of the Dodgers series, a half game behind LA. And by the way, the Dodgers won tonight. Let's see what the Dodgers, they're 32-20. By the way, they had lost to the Brewers, and the Brewers are red hot, but they won 11-3 tonight. The Dodgers went insane in the membrane. Teoscar Hernandez had 6 RBIs. They were losing early, but Teoscar, insane. And the bullpen for the Dodgers, which outperformed the Padres in that series, 36 consecutive scoreless innings now for the Dodgers bullpen. But who cares about those guys? We're talking Padres here. 2-0 the final. Fernando hit by a pitch, drives in a run in the second inning with the bases loaded. They don't score again. RBI ground out from IC London, IC France in the third. Man, Lucas Giolito, they threatened in the first. They threatened in the second. They really threatened in the fourth. Double play after double play for Giolito tonight, and he had 9 lives for sure, kind of like my cat out on my balcony. 5 innings, 4 hits, no runs for Giolito. 5 walks, 2 strikeouts, 86 pitches, the ERA at 2.7. Got to clean up the walks, got to get command of the fastball a little better. But when you have Jeremiah Estrada behind you with a scoreless inning, only a walk. When you have Adrian Morejon behind him, scoreless inning, nobody reaches base. When you have Jason Adam behind him, 3 strikeouts, only a double in between. And when you have Mason Miller behind him, 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts. Unbelievable what this bullpen does. JT Ginn takes the loss, 2 in the third. 2 runs they were earned, 6 walks, 4 strikeouts. The 2 starters combining for 11 walks tonight. But the A's leave 8 on base. They're 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position. 3 double plays by the Padres tonight. They draw 6 walks at the plate. And even though offensively, Sheets went 1 for 4, Merrill 1 for 3 with a double, only 2 hits tonight and 10 strikeouts for the Padres offense, they pick up the win. All right, couple things to do in a short time to do them in. First things first. I agree. Speaks all the honeys, dummies, Playboy bunnies, those wanting money. We got the benchmarks, and here's the first
time
one.
To reveal where the game was won or lost. It's the turning point.
I mean, how about in the 4th inning? I'm going to say this. Look, in the 2nd inning, Fernando, with the bases loaded, steps to the plate, and you're thinking, hey, first homer of the season, grand slam. He lost his court case, by the way, for that early money, and his career is going to appeal it. A San Diego judge rules against Tatis. You should have like 10 homers by now, bro. The judge would have ruled in your favor. Not that any judge would ever use that as a basis for their ruling, his ruling. I'm kidding. Her ruling, whoever it was. It's a joke. Relax. Anyway, Tatis hit by a pitch. Merrill scores. He had walked, and he doubled as well in this game. First game back, he got hurt in the Dodgers game when he tried to rob Ohtani's homer. That was the wall scraper in the 1st inning. But Fernando, all the way in the bottom of the 2nd, hit by a pitch. The run scores. Ty France with an RBI ground out in the 3rd. But how about the 4th inning for Lucas Giolito? A walk to Rooker, Soderstrom walks, and then a pop out, but then a wild pitch. 2nd and 3rd with 1 away. Oh, he walks Bullpen. The bases are loaded. It's only 2-0. He's on the ropes. The A's finally got him. Not so fast. Beautiful double play turned by Ty France. Grounder to first. He goes to Bogarts. Back to first. Double play. Giolito out of the inning. So I would argue, and I'm not saying I have to argue because I don't know if you guys agree with me or not, but I would argue that that was the turning point, which leads me to, let's get this one out of the way now, since it's not one of our guys. For once.
Uh-oh, somebody messed up, and it's time to let them know with who fudged up.
JT Ginn, walking everybody. And man, bad luck for him. He goes to 2-3. The ERA at 3.19, but the hit by pitch with the bases loaded issues the 6 walks in 2 1/3 innings. 6 walks, no hits, mind you, no hits. And that was like last night's starter. Think about that. 3 hits, they were all homers for Springs. So just tough luck for Springs and Ginn, but that's how you win ball games, right? And the Padres winning those games lately for sure. They seem like a team of destiny, do they not? They've gotten nothing from Fernando, nothing from Manny, barely. He's hit some homers lately. He has 8. Merrill's gotten hurt lately. He hasn't been great offensively at all. They've gotten nothing from their 3 big guns. Nothing. Pavetta's been out. Musgrove's been out. And they still are a half game out. Because of late inning magic, because of great defense, because of just taking advantage of games like tonight and guys like Walker Buehler battling through it last night, giving up the 3 runs in 5 innings, and then Giolito tonight fighting his way through that as well. Viva los Padres. Yeah, Michael, Friar Faithful, what is up, my man? It's Grease. It's the Postcast. We're here live on YouTube. Then we upload, you download Spotify, Apple, iHeart, Stitcher, Podbean, and Roku. Javier Reyes, day in, day out. Wherever you're seeing me or hearing me right now, you find your boy Javi with Locked On Padres, the best in the majors, day-to-day coverage. All right, a couple things to do, short time to do them in, starting with...
It's time to reveal who made the biggest under-the-radar impact with today's X Factor.
Man, it's got to be the Padres defense behind Lucas Giolito. Now, 5 innings, 4 hits, 5 walks. That's 9 base runners, right? In 5 innings, and not one of them crossed the dish. What does that mean? 3 double plays. You hold the other team 0 for 7 with runners in scoring position, left on base 8. Only 1 hitter reached scoring position against the Padres bullpen in 4 innings of work. Estrada, Morejon, Adam, and Miller. And then Miller, that was Adam giving up a 1-out double to Langoliers in the 8th. He struck out the side in that inning, gave up the double in between. Miller, 3 up, 3 down, 2 strikeouts in the 9th. Estrada and Morejon, no strikeouts for either one of those guys, but 3 up, 3 down for Morejon in the 7th, and in the 6th, Estrada just gave up a walk. So only 1 A's hitter reached scoring position against the Padres bullpen. So the defense, while Giolito was out there, the 3 double plays, the line out, the France to Bogarts to France to end the 4th, just great defense for the Padres, and they've been phenomenal in the field lately. That is your X Factor, which leads me to...
This is the Locked On Player of the Game.
Oh, the bullpen, 4 innings, 1 hit, no runs, a walk, and 5 strikeouts. Estrada, man, oh man, nothing doing against him. Morejon, 3 up, 3 down. Adam, the 3 strikeouts with the double in between. And Miller, save number 16, the overpowering finish. The control appears to be back for Mason Miller. Remember, he threw away game 2 against the Dodgers on an error, but he was, those couple of appearances right around that time was all over the place with the control. But man, oh man, what an incredible job by the Padres tonight. They only have 2 hits. They draw 8 walks. They score 2 runs. They turn 3 double plays, and the bullpen is unbelievable. They forced Skin into deep counts, even though they weren't hitting. And this is the type of win that you look back on and you say, could it be a team of destiny? And we don't know what they're going to do with the deadline, and we don't know what's going to happen with Musgrove. Pivetta might be closer to coming back, so we shall see. But this is the way they need to write that script right now, and they got it done tonight. Thank you for watching your Padres postcast or listening to us, whichever way you're doing it. We'll be back tomorrow, 1:10 first pitch. Reporters clock, producers jock. They want to be down with the king. Michael King going for the sweep, and you can be here for the postcast right after it to celebrate. The brooms out. Get the brooms out in the gas lamp. Let's jump on tomorrow's starter real quick for the Oakland Athletics. And for now, they're the Oakland Athletics. And again, it's the day before Memorial Day tomorrow. Always a big weekend in San Diego. Be safe. You're going out in your boats. You're driving around, whatever the case may be. Always best to be on foot on a weekend like this. But Luis Medina on the mound for the A's. Another one of those starters with a good ERA, 2.41 with a 1-1 record. 4-2 for King with a 2.31. He's been red hot lately. So 110 first pitch. The Pods minus 171 favorite on the money line. Minus 168 is where they opened. And then you look at the run line, minus 1.5 for the Pods, plus 1.5 for the A's. Again, we'll be here right after the game with your Padres postcast. And if you never miss an episode, the Everydayer Club's built for you. Get Locked On Padres, ad-free, members-only Discord with Javi, and more. Head to the custom link, which is LockedOnPadres.supercast.com. You can also go to the link that's in the notes. For those of you on video, we send you to the first ever 24/7 National Locked On Podcast Network YouTube channel on audio for your second listen. Go to check out the Locked On MLB. And as always, keep your game tight and your mind right. Thank you so much for being here for your Padres postcast. It's Grease at Jim Grease _. Be back tomorrow. Again, 110 first pitch. King going for the sweep of the A's and possibly first place if the Brewers can beat the Dodgers and win that series. We will see you tomorrow, Padre fan. More of your Padres postcast. Friar Faithful, enjoy the night. And thank you for being here, as always, on the Locked On Podcast Network, the #1 sports podcast network, and your team, your Padres, your Friars, every single day.